All right, all right, all right. Okay. Do-do, do-do. All right, all right, all right. All right. Good evening. This is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATMS Man Group page. And we go live every Monday night, every other Monday night, starting at 6 o'clock. We go live for about 15 minutes here, and then we go to our private ATM community where we have our students and we answer questions and we go a little deeper into the conversation that we have tonight. So, just a little information, been in the ATM business 23 years, 24 now. We also have a program that helps you from A to Z and teaches you from A to Z how to get into the ATM business. We sell ATMs, we process transactions, we sell parts, and we repair anything and anything in the ATM. So tonight we're gonna be talking about understanding the different ways to run an ATM business, like owning machines or renting them, and learn how to make money, and like for charging and what the transactions are. So I hope you guys are on board for a great ride. And if you guys have any questions, then you can always post in the chat what your questions are. It could be about this subject or anything that's revolving about the ATM business. So just let me know if you guys have any questions and just post them in the chat. So, all right. So we're going to get started about the ATM business. All right. So number one way in the ATM business that you can make money is what you do is you buy an ATM and you place it into a business store. It could be a convenience store, gas station, restaurant, bar, laundromat, hotel, cannabis dispensary, truck stop, pretty much anywhere that there's going to be need for cash. So you got to think in your head, well, what kind of places are they going to need cash? Now, some businesses, they're cash only. Most businesses are not, but there are those businesses who are cash only. For whatever reason, they don't want to take credit cards. So they don't take credit cards. So they just are a cash only business. Those businesses, now there's not a lot, but there are some of those businesses from time to time. I hear people saying, Phil, what business would be cash only? That doesn't even make any sense. Well, believe it or not, there are those cash businesses. I see a lot of taquerias, hot dog stands, and laundromats. They do not take cash. So when in a laundromat, they're all on coins. They don't take credit. So it's cash only. So you take whatever form of cash you got, you put it into, they have a change machine in the laundromat, it spits out change, and then they put the change over into the washing machine or dryer machine, whatever machine they're using. On the taquerias, or the hot dog stands, it's just cash only. Sometimes they got old time people that've been there for a while. Sometimes they just don't want to take credit cards. Credit cards charge a lot of fees. A hot dog or a taco, there's not a lot of money for those transactions, and they feel that, you know what, I think we can sustain a good, viable business without doing that. So those are places that are cash only that we place ATMs in. We also place in all the other ones that we mentioned. Now, what happens is how the business works is we buy the ATM, we place it into the location, we put our own money into the ATM, and when a customer comes in, we make a deal with the business owner that says, okay, we're going to charge X amount of dollars. Let's just say right now we charge $4 for a surcharge. That's a convenience fee on the ATM. And we pay a percentage of that, or a flat fee. I don't like to say percentage, but we pay a flat fee to the business owner for the convenience of placing that ATM into their store. We call that a commission. We pay them a commission every month. The rest is our money that we're making money. So let's give an example. As 100 ATM does 100 transactions, let's do a $4 transaction fee. That's $400. Let's say we give $50 to the business owner. That leaves $350 per month for us in the ATM business. So And in most of the situations, you're looking for anywhere from 6 to 18 months return on investment. We call that ROI, to get our money back. Now, keep in mind, we're responsible as the ATM provider. We are responsible for placing the ATM. We're responsible for service. So if the ATM breaks, malfunctions, they call us. We respond with what we call a service call, and we go to the location. We fix the ATM. Sometimes there's a bill jam. Sometimes there's a receipt paper jam. Sometimes something broke in the keypad, dispenser, the screen, something like that broke. We repair that, replace that, get that business owner up and running. But that's how we make our money, by the placement and paying commission every month to the business owner. All right, so that's way number one. Way number two is what we do is we place our ATM, and let's go with that $4 transaction fee. It's our ATM, but we elect to have the business owner, they fill the ATM. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll split that surcharge. That's a $4. They'll make $2. We'll make $2. We will make that $2. They are responsible for filling the ATM. We're responsible for all the maintenance that happens with that ATM. So again, anything that breaks, we are responsible for. Business owner will call us, and we will repair or replace the ATM. The stores is responsible for providing the cash into the ATM, and if the ATM is empty, we're not making any money. They're not making any money. So you got to understand, hey, what kind of locations do I want to put in? Do that deal. Sometimes it's a faraway location. That's why usually why ATMs companies do it. It's outside their realm of where how far they're going to go. Let's say I'm here in Chicago, a guy in Indianapolis. He has a store in Chicago. He's opened up another location in Indianapolis. From Chicago to Indianapolis is 3.5 hours. I'm not driving 3.5 hours. It doesn't make sense. So we offer that scenario. Hey, I'll buy the ATM. You fill the ATM. Are you interested in that? Yes, I am. Okay, fine. You get $2. I get $2. He's making money. I'm making money. We can do that deal. That would be way number two. Way number three is they buy the ATM. So what will happen is you could sell the ATM. Let's just throw a price tag on $2,500 for the ATM. We sell them the ATM, and what we can do is we can offer them a service that will provide bumper to bumper, let's call it warranty, on all the parts, all the labor and paper for a given, let's say a price of, let's say 50 cents. So for 50 cents, we will we'll sell to them. We'll do the service on it. They put their own money in. They own the ATM, but we provide a service. We call that a service contract. We'll make, let's say, 50 cents a transaction. They're responsible for putting their own money in it. They're responsible for any to let us know about the maintenance, and we will fix the ATM. Again, bumper to bumper warranty for that program for the lifetime. Let's say that they're with us. We make them sign in every case so far that I mentioned. Either we own the ATM and we put the money in it, we own the ATM and they put the money in it, or they own the ATM, they put the money in, we do service. We offer we offer them a location agreement or a processing agreement or a service agreement that they sign. So we have it spells out everything that we're responsible for, and they understand what they're responsible for. So there's no miscommunication or, hey, you said this and I said that. We have it all put on a piece of paper. So in case there's any challenges down the road, we know exactly, everybody agreed upon the terms before we went into the deal. Too many times I believe in what we call location agreements or agreements, because too many times down the road, people say, well, you said one thing and I interpreted it another way. That's why we got it all dialed in with a piece of paper that says everything and anything. That way, if somebody says, well, I didn't understand, let's say, well, here's the agreement. This is where it spells it out, what my responsibilities are, what your responsibilities. So everybody says, okay, I understand. All right. Okay, so Curtis asked a question. Hi, Curtis. Thanks for joining. In the ATM business, add their money, do they get full access to ATM back end? So in the ATM business, if they add their money, do they get access to the back end That's, you know what? That's a question of, it's up to you as a business owner. Um, so we have what we call a portal. I don't know if that's what you're asking, the ATM portal, the back end. So when you're in the ATM business, there's a portal. If they're filling up their ATM, we can give them access to it. Most of the customers that we do, to be honest with you, we just email them a statement. They don't have access to the ATM portal. Some customers do. Some customers don't. For the ATMs that let's say sell in the Chicagoland area, I usually never set them up with an ATM portal. For customers that say, hey, I want to get into the ATM business, not just for my store. I want to take it from my store and I want to go to other stores. I usually give them access to the ATM portal because I'm trying to teach them how to be an ATM business, not an ATM merchant, which is a store owner. So it depends on the situation, what we do. I would say probably 9 out of 10 times I do not give them access. But if they ask for it, it is available if they want that, that they can see. What we do, if they own their own ATM, they put their own money into it. What we do is if they're more of a store owner, not what we call an agent. An agent is somebody who's interested in the ATM business to go out and put multiple ATMs out. Then we give them the portal. If they're just a merchant, that's one-off, a store owner, I usually don't, unless they specifically want that. I don't usually mention it, but it's there. It'll be courtesy. It'll be your discretion on how you do that. If let's say let's say you're a customer of ours and you wanted to give access to your merchant, that'll be up to you. I don't have any. It's up to you. However you want to conduct your business. Some we do, some we don't. The number one factor, the reason I don't do that is because this is a challenge. The store owner looks at that and says fraudulent charge or exceeds cash limit. Then they start calling and asking questions of what happened with each card. And then it's sometimes too much. It's too much information for the store owner. They don't need to know all that. And then they worry about too much. And then they blow up your phone when they didn't need to. So that's usually the number one reason we don't do that. Let's see. So how do they get their money back? They get their money back in the next, if they're charging, well, they're going to get their money, but we're going to have routing numbers from their bank accounts. They're going to put the money in the ATM. We're going to have a routing number, and the routing number is going to route the money back to their account. Their surcharges are going to come once a month, and their ATM, the vault cash, that's the money they put in the ATM. They'll get that the next business day. So that's how they get their money back. And they'll get a statement at the end of the month that shows them exactly what I just said, how many transactions they did, how much money they did. That's how they get it back. All right. Let's see. Do you do permanent placement or have someone else do it? Yes, we do. So we do permanent placement ATMs. I think that's the question you're asking. We do that in the Chicagoland area. We also, I have partners throughout the country that we do permanent placement. If you're a business owner, we partner let's say if you're in Las Vegas and you own a business, we partner with other people who do permanent placements in those areas. So we can go nationwide. We do go nationwide in permanent placements, and our processing just depends where you're at. But yes, we go nationwide, and if you wanted to be in the ATM business, we can help you facilitate for yourself to go nationwide. So I don't understand. It says, do you do permanent placements or have someone else do it? So it just depends on, I guess, really the question you're asking. I hope I answered that question. All right. So let's see. So where was it? Okay. So now there are other ways you can run an ATM business is if you do a mobile event. So that is a event that it's just going to be a short amount of time. So those would be fairs, festivals, or what we call a longer term ATM. Okay, wait. So he went back and says, I'm just curious because I was interested in getting an ATM but don't know who to put it in, or I haven't found a place to put it. Okay, so we do ATM, so we can sell nationwide. We can help you nationwide. I don't know if you're gonna. Do you want to own the ATM, or do you want to, or are you just looking for your store? So he asked, I'm just curious because I was interested in getting an ATM, but I don't know what to put if I haven't found a place to put it in. So yeah, so we can help you out. If you want. And just what I'll do is I'll put my email down for everybody. So if you got any questions during the session that you want to specifically ask me, I'll put my email down, and then you guys can copy the email and just email me any and all if you want to go deeper into those questions that I asked. All right, so you're doing a mobile ATM. What that is you're gonna contract out with a. You're welcome. You're gonna contract out with the city. It's usually people who are running mobile events. It are usually rotaries, chambers of commerce, or cities or county. They usually have a fair or a festival, either to try to raise money for any of those organizations, and they will need an ATM for either their beer tent, their ticket tent, any tent at all. And some of them are taking credit cards. Even if they take credit cards, they still need a need for cash. Some of them are 100% cash. So it just depends on what kind of situation you run into. But each of those placements, it's a good opportunity to place your ATM into those fairs and festivals. You're usually talking about anywhere from a 1 to a 5-day event, and then from there, you'll set your surcharge usually rather high because it's going to be in a fair, usually a field. Usually they'll provide you with electricity, and you'll make money from the surcharge. So any something you're looking at probably somewhere around $5, $5 to $6 for a surcharge for that event, and then you'll some of them you'll pay a commission, others you will not. So it's just a way to make extra money during the summer or early fall, depending on what part of the country. For us in the Midwest, it's usually summer and early fall that we can do that. All right, and then I'm going to leave with this. Usually the best places, and we talked about this a little earlier, some of the best places to put an ATM is when you're thinking as, where do I want to play an ATM? Again, place an ATM where there's a cash need. The number one places right now for an ATM are in cannabis dispensaries or a place that sells cannabis of some way, shape, or form. A truck stop, which is a 24-hour place. Usually a lot of 24-hour places are good. And somewhere where they have some form of gaming. If we're here in Illinois, not almost every bar, but a lot of the bars, they have gaming in there. Other states have skill games or some kind of gaming machines in there. Not every state, but there's a few of them, probably over a dozen now in the states that they have some kind of gaming. Those are all good places. They're now one of the reasons is because to play most gaming machines, they don't take credit cards. No gaming machines take credit cards. Cannabis is supposed to be 100% cash. They're not supposed to use credit cards. Some places do take some kind of makeshift credit card type of environment where they might have a wallet or something like that, but most of the time it's cash. So those are all good spots. And again, cash only laundromats or cash only taquerias or food places are all good spots. But keep in mind, there are other spots that, like convenience stores, gas stations, those places are also good for the ATM. ATM business, some might say, well, it's a saturated. There's an ATM everywhere I go. There are a lot of ATMs out there, but there's a lot of opportunity also. So, all right. Well, that concludes tonight's live event. If this was helpful, please throw some kind of emoji, any emoji, I don't care, whatever you want in the chat. So just gets me excited. Fires emojis or 1s or 3s, whatever you want to do. Some smiley faces, that would be good. Curtis, did you offer location placements? So I don't know what that means, Curtis. Do we offer location place? So we do have a service that finds you locations, if that's what you mean. So yes, we have that. We have that as part of our course. Um, we have we can help you find a location. So we have a location finder service. Again, we're here every other Monday. So we'll see you in 2 weeks on Monday at 6 o'clock Central Time. We have a course that teaches you from A to Z how to be into the ATM business. We sell ATMs, we process transactions free. We don't charge for processing, and we help you. We've been in business for 24 years. We help you through the whole process, along with any service questions that you need. We have after-hour service for you and your ATM business. All right. So thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. We're going to go over to our student section tonight, but I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And if you have any questions, post them in the chat. You got my email. You can email me or just post them in wherever you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, or you're on Facebook, whatever you guys are on. Just post it there, and I'll answer those questions. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you in 2 weeks.